Hello guys, this is 123NPO321 and welcome to Creative Creations. This series is going to be a placeholder for my adventure map series until the custom NPCs mod gets updated. Well, it is partially updated, but I want to be updated fully, because currently I can't do quests or dialogues or anything like that. So in this series, it probably won't be too long. I may bring it back later, but in this series, I will be demonstrating how I build things, because I showed off my my big map, which would have been on Tuesday. I showed that off, and there's I was talking about how my build, slightly brushed over how I build, and I just want to give sort of a more in-depth demonstration. This is, today I'm going to be building a house. It's going to be a two-story house, sort of a U-shape, indent to the front, but the top floor is full. I've already come up with the basic idea of it, but in order to come up with the details of the house, I'm going to just experiment and show you how I build. So first I gotta get my materials out. I'm thinking dark wood with light wood and oak. And this sort of outlines this for the walls, floor. I love using birch planks for the floor. Whenever I'm working with wood or any substance, any material, really, it just looks really good as a floor, I find. What other materials am I going to need? Just give me a sec. Just get a lag there. Scrolling smoother. So usually as I do first, to decide what materials I'm going to build with, I usually end up filling up like almost my entire survival inventory. Well, not quite my entire, but a good chunk of my survival inventory, so I don't have to keep searching through. So I think I'm gonna make a cut here, come back when I've gotten all my materials, and I'll see you then. Okay, now that I've gotten my materials, I'm going to now organize my inventory. Now this build will probably won't have as many materials as I normally would, due to the fact that building with wood. When I build with wood, I mainly stick to wood, basically, so I don't use many other materials. But right now, what I tend to do is I categorize things. For example, the main building block I'll keep on at all time, whereas things like glass panes and okay, so there you go. Glass panes and iron bars are sort of similar. So I'm keeping them together. Stairs, there's only thing like it. But fence posts, fence gates, and trapdoors I group together. The glowstone and pistons I'm going to use to create ambient lighting, so I'll keep them together. Though I'll have to place the glowstone down first, so that'll be there. Cobble will be another main building block. Then bricks and jungle leaves are the two miscellaneous, because they're the others. Now that I've got my inventory organized, I'll make sure that I'm in the right position. That is where I spawned. I'm going to use this same map for every Creative Creations, and eventually release a download. So now let's start. Let's start by marking out a base. Now I've not planned this out exactly, I just know the general idea of where I want to go with this. I will most likely not be furnishing this house. I will just be showing how I build the walls and whatnot. This is similar to how I built the houses for the high class district in my other map. Now that I've outlined that, I'm going to put down a base of logs just to give a more clear outline of what exactly, what and where exactly I am building. It also gives me an idea of what materials will look like right away. Just by having these placed down and holding them in my hand, I can tell whether or not they'll look good together. Mostly. Sometimes I'll make mistakes. Okay, now I put down the outline. Now I don't normally do this, but I do recommend doing it. Going around, if you need to destroy this, see the side, and holding the blocks in your hand just to check whether or not they look good together. Some things may jump out at you and make you think, no, that won't look good. But right now, I think all these will look good together. Okay, so let's get started. First off, I'm going to go 4 high here. 3 of these levels will be the height of the room, and this will be where the floor is. Then, across there, back up another 4. Now this creates the frame of the first wall. Now, personally, I would prefer this right now to have it facing up, because I feel it gives it a more natural look. If I want it to be all symmetrical, I think I'd probably use planks instead. Although I am filling this in, I plan on having a window above it, and I do want to be able to see that. Now, I am going to go along here, and place these down. 3, 4. It's 4 high now. I also, since you can't see either side of these regardless, I would also rather have the textures match, rather than having them go sideways, like so. From here, I'm gonna just do this. This is just a basic idea of what I have in my head. I may not stick to this. For example, at this point I might just play around with this if I don't quite like the look of that. That could look nice. I'm gonna do it on this side too, just to see. Although, too much of this birch wood on a vertical flat surface can look not so good. Although the dark and light contrast is always good. Or usually, I should say. That looks nice. So what I'm going to do from here is just go around the entire place like this. Except for there, because that's where the door will be. I am making this a single door, which is why I made it an odd number of blocks wide. There are cases where you can make a single door on an even number of blocks, but you have to have it offset to one side or the other. I would like the door centered, so I'm going to make it odd numbered, so I can have a one door thing. I'm going to cut here and build the wall all the way around. Okay, I'm back. I built the walls all the way around, and in each bend I have put the 4-high pillar of these logs. I just feel that looks good, I think. Although inside places like this it might look good. That could work. That might work a little better on the inside. Not sure. Yeah, I think that's good for now. Okay, so the next floor, I'm gonna build the floors too thick. So I'm thinking since I use light wood there, for the ceiling I might use dark wood. I also realized I started this tutorial out fairly formal, and I was thinking about, sort of like just straight to the, I don't know if you noticed, but I'll sort of straight to the point. This is what I do, this is how I do it, but I think it might be a little better just to sort of experience it, like just to watch me do it. Because at some points I might not even really be talking to you, I might just start talking myself, like I normally do. There's actually kind of interesting thing I should bring up, that when I was building my other map, I just started, when I got bored of building or something, or I couldn't figure out how to do something, I would just pretend like I was recording a video. And I know if I was recording a video, I wouldn't get any work done. But for whatever reason, when I just start talking as if I'm recording a video, showing things off, all of a sudden I'll notice things and decide to fix them. But hey, it looks nice. So for this floor, I'm thinking either cobble, which doesn't always look as bad as people think, which is why I think I'm going to go with that. Now normally in builds, I will use things like World Edit to do simple tasks like this, but World Edit isn't out yet. World Edit is, but single player commands isn't, so I can't use it in single player. In my other map building thing that I showed off, I decided I wasn't going to use World Edit for that, and I wanted to, I mainly want to do this here because of that. I want to show you how I did things like building those houses or stuff like that. And if I ever have to do large number of the same thing, I always come up with a system. For example, on those buildings, I build all the walls first, just plain walls of smooth sandstone, and then I add the details to them in a particular order. For example, I put the chiseled sandstone that's embedded in the walls around first. I go around the map, go around the wall doing that, and then I put the chiseled sandstone peaks, or the sort of like the little ones on top, in, and then I go in between them and put the half slabs. Then I go and put the fence around. Then I put the lighting in, and then I do that for all of them, which actually I have done. I've done that for all of them. I've still update there. I've done that. That actually was pretty nice. I've done that for all of them. I've built all the walls. I haven't built all the houses just because this looks nice. It actually looks pretty nice. So now for the next floor. Anyways, yeah, I haven't built all the houses yet. That was originally my plan for today. I'm recording this on the Wednesday. It'll be out on the Thursday. That was originally the plan for today, but I didn't really feel like it, and I felt like building, just not repetitive building. So for this, I'm thinking about doing another layer. The floor for this level will be cobble too. Actually, no. Cobblestone slabs. And this is the kind of thing, if I ever take something like this to build a floor or whatever, I always keep it in my inventory. So even when I stop using this and put the cobblestone back in my hotbar, I'll keep that in the inventory just in case I need it again, so I don't have to go searching for it. The main reason I'm doing this is I think I'm going to put a fireplace in this top floor, and I want to the cobblestone will block the fire from spreading and the brick housing will stop from going to the walls, but also I want to be slightly raised above the, so you see, if it's like that, I think it'll look kind of nice. Okay. And in the future, once single player commands comes out, I may or may not continue to use creative for this series, even though it's called Creative Creations. It will be there's a chance, because I don't like for example creative fly and stuff I don't like very much, and so I usually use a combination of 2-minute items and single player commands to emulate it, but my personal opinion almost better. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, so oops. So there's a chance that'll happen. I stop using creative. But I also do recommend that, like, just in general, try using the single player commands to use like fly and plus you have like no clip and stuff with that, so like fly and no clip and whatever and then 2-minute items, doing a shift click of an item gives you infinite items, infinite of that item. So I do recommend doing that highly. It's, in my opinion, is very much better. Yeah, that looks nice. But if you haven't been following the thread or anything like that, single player commands is supposed to be coming the updated version, like an early updated version. It's supposed to be coming out on Sunday. So yes, I'll be able to do a lot of stuff with that. That'll be very helpful. But anyways, so there we go. So if I take this, I'm just thinking about where I put the another rack. Now, I may or may not keep this, the netherrack in my inventory. I probably will, just because, but there's also some chance that I won't. Sometimes things like that I definitely won't use once, and if I really need to, I could just use select block key. Stuff like that, I might not, but anyways. So there's the chimney built. Ta-da! So now I just have to build that. Nice. Fire. Oops. And that should not catch anything on fire. Any of the wood or anything. It's also a nice fireplace. And to build a roof and whatnot, it might look a little better. I'm still debating whether or not to have a flat roof. I'm thinking not, now that I have this the way it is. Yeah, I like that. I also do realize that I could have just used brick half slabs for this, but I think it just looks a little better with this lower down, because you can also see that, which is kind of nice. So I am going to go around with the... Oh, we should probably build the top. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to be back in a second. Once I finish the wall, it'll be like the exact same as the way I was doing it down here. I'm going to show you part of... I didn't show you all that either, but anyways, I'll be right back. Okay. Windows. I'm leaning towards glass panes on this one. Yeah, painting glass panes. Okay, that'll be good. I just finished the walls, and I just decided to look at the different windows possibilities, and I think this fits best. I like that. It's not bad. I'm debating whether or not to put them down here. Yeah, I think that actually works. I was thinking it might be a little, not work, just because of the fact that I have it on both levels, like one right below the other, but... There you go. That looks nice. Okay, and I also replaced that block and that block with brick, because that block caught on fire and burnt. And yeah, I know that this was intended, by the way, to be shown from the outside. I didn't just like do that by accident. Bad. This isn't a massive house is the problem, and there's tons of room. But like I said, I'm not furnishing it, so it's not one of my huge concerns. I'm also debating how I'm going to do stairs. So yeah. Lag. Oh my god, it's definitely lag. No, I'm thinking boom, 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 boom. Some cobble slabs. Cobble slab there. Definitely although, does that? No, it doesn't. That's okay, it's not too bad. There we go. Oops, it's not good. No, not cobblestone monster egg. I don't want that silverfish infestation. No, I can't walk up there. So I'm just gonna keep that there. No, that's not right. I don't like that gap there. Maybe a little. No, just not quite. Ooh, that looks a lot better. Yeah, it doesn't work, does it? Nah. Yeah, it doesn't work either. Oh well, that will have to do. If I had more time, I'd probably work on it a little more. But right now, I mean, I have all the time I want, but I want to get this done on camera. Okay, so now for the roof. So, roof. How do I want the roof to go? I'm thinking cobble. Now, just for easiness sake, since I'm going to be building a lot of the rest of the building probably out of these three materials, I'll put them right next to each other. Okay. So I'm just gonna basically, I think I'm gonna mainly repeat this pattern. When I get here, I'm gonna put full cobblestone blocks in there. And this is a pattern I use for most of my steepled roofs where they have bends in them. Oops. When it bends or elbows in like that, I put a, basically, if it's that kind of bend, I do a full block, just because it's more accurate. Because we just need to get rid of that block to make it look right. Whereas this, we just need to add that little section there to make it look right. So if I put that, like there's too much there. So that's how I usually do my steepled roofs that have oops, come on, there you go. That have a bend in them. And this one isn't too big, so this should be fine. Oops. And also, when I have a chimney like this, I just completely ignore it basically in the design. I don't like account for it because I think it just looks fine if you just sort of ignore it and just leave it there, because it looks like it should. It looks like the roof is there first, then they put the chimney up through it, even though it's the opposite in this case. And also, while I'm doing this sort of menial task, I will mention that if you think that you can't build, like in Minecraft or anything, you think you just play for survival or you do it for redstone or something, if you think you're not a very good builder, like to make things look good, I didn't actually, not too long ago, I thought I was pretty terrible, and I probably am not good. I'm not as good as so many other people. I'm not saying I am, but I'm a lot better than I used to be, and I always used to think, how do these people see all this like detail and stuff? I don't get how they do it. But then if you just do like what I said, like you just sort of look at it and look over it, pretend you're explaining it to somebody, or just do explain it to somebody. Call one of your friends, or like one of your like brothers or sisters or your parent or something, and just show it off to them or something, and just show it to them, and then yeah, so then they can see it, and you can spot out all your problems and whatnot. So I'm going to come over here. Okay, so for these I'm going to cap them off. So this section I'm going to peak differently. Peak it slightly higher. So and there's the roof, from the outside at least. And I personally kind of like these, way the stairs has a little bit there, but if you don't, you can do that instead. And actually, that might actually look a little better in this case. Yeah, in this case I think I'm going to do that. But normally I'll just leave those there because I kind of like to look at them. But basically, yeah, this is I think this looks good when you have bent roofs like this. It's a good pattern to use. So, oh, I did this wrong. I meant to have this part come out. Oh, that's actually good because it'll mean I'll have to redo the roof. No, it's staying like this because I don't want to redo the roof, and it doesn't look bad. But I will need to put something here. Now I can move all this stuff back. Place. And oops, got rid of the fence posts. That's not good. I'm gonna need those. Fence posts. Use fence posts. And I'm debating whether I have that, because these are sort of supporting that. They're not actually used as levers, they're just used as sort of supports. But I think since it's in the corner here, I might be able to just sort of have those come all the way down. That looks nice. Now I'm debating it. Let's see what it looks like from the inside. Alright, let's try. That looks a little bit better. Now let's see from the inside. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Okay. Now, just one last thing to do. Well, two last things. First I gotta put a door on. I don't want like that, or like that. Now in survival I always put it the other way around, because there used to be a glitch where skeletons could walk, if they were in here, they could shoot you through the door. I think it's gone now, but it's basically because technically they were inside the block. So like, they sort of counted as being like being inside the block, as if this wasn't here, they just can't pass through it. So it used to be a glitch, so you basically really didn't want to put your door like that. But I think in this sense, I think I do. And now, lastly, is lighting and decoration. So I sometimes mess up my inventory a little bit when I'm doing this, but oops, put this in here. Now during the night that'll give off light, which is a really nice feature. What if... Ooh, I have a good idea. Great idea. Okay, now I'm going to first of all open. Now fancy, you can see through it. Which all looks nice. So we got smooth lighting. Now it gives off a nice light, and it also has a bush there. That looks nice. I like that. So things like that I sort of experiment with, and if they look nice, I keep them. If they don't, which happens quite often, I don't keep them. Okay. I'm surprised I'm not getting more lag having both fancy and smooth lighting on. Okay. When I'm first working on a build, the lighting is usually what I do last, which is why I'm doing it last in this case. Torches. Oops. Oh well. I'll probably be building up a new inventory for the next build, so I'll be able to do material probably, so there. Wait, should I have it there, or that looks better. No, I can't have it in both those corners on both sides, so... So, let's see, can mobs spawn in here? No, definitely not. They can't spawn in here, so that's good. Now, get rid of that, and things like that I like to do without when I'm lighting, so that because in a regular house you wouldn't have your fireplace on constantly. Ooh, okay, spawn here. There we go. Darkest. Darkest there, I think is a 9, yeah. So that's like the darkest light level there is. Down here is a 9, and up here is probably a 9 again. No. Yeah, 9 again. Oh, whoa. Why is it getting so dark over here? Oh, I didn't have, for some reason I don't have it on that side. Oh, that's, I can get rid of that and that. I don't need these. There we go. Okay, so now to add some more. Just empty my inventory actually. Fire. Charge. And this is it. The finished product. Oops. It looks great at night. Usually I like how it's slid off center, but in this case, I think it looks okay. I might cut that down one. It's a little better. I think you just sort of see it there, but it's not quite there. And you can see in the back here. Oh, it's not, the back isn't the prettiest. Usually when I have flat backs like this, they aren't very amazing looking, so I usually hide them, like have them up against the back of another house or something. You could probably pretty this up a little bit by just adding another layer on here, which sometimes I do, and then just build the, I would not build the roof after doing that, just so it covers the entire thing. But if you don't like that ugly look, no one usually notices. If you just build it as, you build the outside, and then you sort of build, yeah, you get what I mean though, you just put another layer of bricks, or not bricks, but wood or whatever in front of this, so it looks normal. You might want to do that if you're not going to have it backing onto anything. From the front, I think it looks great. Yeah, so get rid of that. This is my first build in the Creative Creations series. Hope you like it. Really appreciate a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, please feel free to thumbs down, but please leave a comment in the comments just saying why you thumbs it down, why you didn't like it, and whatever. So yeah, here it is. One last look over it. This is actually a really nice look from the front. That's kind of, if you're flying it like this level-ish, it kind of almost looks like a mansion. Even though it's not very big, it looks sort of that mansion-y feel. Just go back. Ooh, it's like a mansion. Whose mansion is that over there? It's a pretty spiffy mansion. Anyways, so thank you for watching, and have a nice day.